Well, first in all things, even in painful moments, I still thank Jesus, because it's as painful as this is, it hurts. I still give him the glory, and my heart hurts for our team because I'm proud of how they battled this week. Some guys out, and guys stepped up and had every opportunity to win the game and didn't. And guys, that's on me as a head coach. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to just say the tagline that a coach says. It kills me that we didn't win this football game for our program. Kills me. And I got to look at why in all three phases we couldn't find a way to win. Yeah, there was weather. Yeah, there was injuries. But, like, that's on both sides. That is what it is. That's called college football week 10. It is what it is. But in all three phases, we didn't do enough. It was a one-score game. We knew it was going to be an absolute slugfest, which was just where we were offensively, where the weather was. We got worn down too much on defense. We can't have a team rush for over 200 yards on us in any game, and it's very fixable. We didn't play with the right fundamentals and technique. We missed way too many tackles. And then offensively, we had a couple critical penalties that hurt us in drives. We couldn't sustain some of the drives we needed to. Had a missed field goal late in the game that would have made it a one-score game. Just some of those things we didn't execute enough. And I got to look at why. What are we doing? Proud of how we're prepping. Proud of how our guys are practicing. But we're not doing it enough in the game. So we got to look at it. We got a great staff. I believe in our staff. I believe in our players. And I take full responsibility to get fixed.
In terms of how tough is it to put a quarterback in for his first start on the road in conditions like that? Just how much tougher does that make it?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, on the road, in an environment, the weather, all that kind of stuff, absolutely is tough. But he battled. I mean, we knew we needed to put him in certain situations to execute, and there are moments he did. There's obviously some moments where we want to have it back, but he did a good job tonight. We went in knowing we don't need Max to beat the Aztecs. We need our whole team to, and our home team did not do enough to win the game.
In terms of the game plan, though, you guys ran a ton. Did you feel great about him throwing the ball more, or why maybe not giving him a little more shot to throw the ball?
Yeah, I mean, in that game, obviously, we're going to look at it, Beej, to see. We knew going in this was going to be an absolute slugfest. We needed to run the football. I mean, San Diego State threw for 25 yards, and beat us 17-7. So we knew going in with those elements, throwing the football is tough. Obviously, we had to later in the game. It got a little bit drier late in the game, so we could. But we got to look at it. We got to be more explosive on offense. We got to score more points. But it's all three phases. We didn't do enough to get off the field on some third down situations. A 4th and 1 that went for 30, missed tackle in the backfield on our defense. So it's all three phases.
Was there any thought to, if you're going to run the ball so much, either go wildcat or go with a mobile guy like Zeke or something if you weren't really going to have Max throw much? Yeah,
we had a couple different options in the game. We didn't get to them, and we'll look at it and see some things that we missed, PJ, because obviously we did. Like I said, as coaches, we got to do a better job. We had some things going in the game that we didn't use. Got to see kind of why, but we got to execute better.
Would you like to see some sort of variation in the play calling, specifically in the run game?
Yeah, guys, in a game like that, we knew going in that this was going to be, like I'm going to say again, we knew it was going to be a slugfest, and everyone's going to have their opinion of what we should have done more. We're going to look at it. We're not going to run from it. We obviously got to have a better plan. We got to put our guys in better situations, because 7 points, it's going to be really hard to win a game scoring 7 points. I'm not running from that. But it's all three phases. You win and lose as a football team, and we didn't do enough in all three phases. But we got to score more points. So having more variation, we tried some different things that didn't work out early. We maybe got to come back to them. We can't run from those things. But I'm going to look at it. We're going to have good communication as a staff and see why we got stopped in critical moments.
With the run defense, just what do you think the struggles were there?
Yeah, a multitude of things. So first off, there's some times in the ball we were getting driven off the ball up front. We were not winning up front like we've been able to do a lot this season. And it's hard to fit a front if your D-line's not winning at the point of attack. And then we had a couple fits in the back end that were off. We didn't get a cutback player on the big run, and then we missed a lot of tackles. And so in a game like that, every yard matters, and we didn't do enough.
You talked about Lucky Sutton earlier this week, but the 1-2 punch of Sutton and Washington, just how tough is that to defend?
Yeah, we knew going in. I mean, they've done a really good job running the football on almost everybody they've played. I believe in our defense. I believe in our run defense, but it wasn't as good as it needed to be tonight. We knew going in, we needed stops. We needed to play. We knew it was going to be tough to score points with the elements and just what we had going on, and we didn't do enough.
That's 4 games where you scored 7 points this year.
Yeah.
I know you said you're going to look at it, but in terms of who's calling the plays and just that whole how that's all working, what's your confidence level there?
Yeah, I have absolute confidence in Nate Potter. Absolute confidence in him. Absolute confidence in our offensive staff. But obviously, it's not good enough right now. I'm not running from that. 7 points in a game, it's going to be really, really hard to win a game with scoring 7 points. Not running from the facts, but I don't lose the trust in our coaches. We got to look at it, though. We got to see what are we missing, what are we teaching, why are we not able to create more explosive plays? And we weren't. And I got to see why we didn't get to some of those things and what maybe scared us away from them.
What do you think of Max back there tonight? I know he didn't throw the ball a ton, but what do you think of him?
I was proud of him. I was proud of him. I mean, we didn't have any turnovers, which is a big part in a game like that with the weather and everything that was going on. No turnovers. He made smart decisions with the football. Ball was on the ground one time. We were able to get it. But I'm proud of what he did.
What's the message in terms of 2 games left and now you don't really control your destiny anymore?
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, as painful as it is, we got 2 promise games. And as much as it absolutely kills me for this program, for our fan base, that we're sitting at 6-4, 10 games in, nobody likes that. Start with me. But we got to finish what we started. That's what I mean. We got senior night coming up in a week. Probably the last game on the blue these seniors will play. We got to protect the blue. That's what we control right now. And we don't control our own destiny, so I'm not going to worry about it. We controlled our own destiny last week, this week, and we didn't handle business. And that's on us. We had every opportunity to, and we didn't handle business. Kills me. But we do got a really good Colorado State team that I know is going to be hungry coming in, and it's senior night. We got to protect the blue.
In terms of your game plan, I mean, obviously you did what you did because you thought it would work, but how confident were you that many runs and not really having that throw very much? I mean, you obviously felt pretty confident that was going to work today.
We did. I mean, obviously going into the game, you play the game to win. And we went through practice knowing we're going to pick our spots and take our shots. Obviously the weather can affect some of those things. Obviously it wasn't good enough. But we absolutely believed as a staff the game plan we put together, offensively, defensively, on special teams was going to be enough to win this football game, but it wasn't. So we got to look at it to see what do we miss, what do we need to add, and how do we put our players in better spots.
Now you've got the hindsight, just looking back at, coming off a bye week, August time to prepare. How will you say that bye week was used?
Obviously not good enough. I mean, you got 2 weeks to prepare for a team, and we didn't play good enough. So obviously didn't do a good enough job. And that's on me to look at what.
Spencer, I think you guys have allowed 52 total yards passing in the last 2 games, and I mean that usually you would assume to be winning football. But I know you brought up the run defense a little bit, but how bad does that need to be fixed as well? I guess.
Yeah, I mean we got to stop the run, Jay. I mean these are the games we're in, and Fresno State and San Diego State, like to your point, combined for 50 yards passing, and we lost. So obviously we need to make sure our offense is more explosive. We got to put more points on the board. But defensively, we can't run from the fact that teams are able to run the football consistently, and that's not championship football if we don't stop the run.
You mentioned the penalties. Sire had a couple costly ones.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time was I saw an offensive face mask call, but
Yeah.
that was a big one, and then obviously the hold.
Yeah, those are critical penalties, man. I mean, it goes from a first down to 1st and 25 on the face mask, and then obviously the holding went from a first down on 4th and 3 to us having to punt a 4th and 13 situation. We can't go for that in that situation. So critical penalties. Got to look at making sure we're coaching those things to make sure that doesn't happen.
Okay, thanks, Coach. How tough was that one today?
Tough, man. I mean, anytime that we put all that work in during the week and come down and go through an absolute dogfight and that's the ending, I mean, it's tough. And I mean, at this point, we're just on to the next. So.
What did you see in terms of the inability to stop the run today?
Yeah, man, that's tough. I mean, I think as a defense, that's obviously something we need to work on, and a lot of that comes with making adjustments in the game and being able to execute that and knowing where they're attacking us and being able to, counter that. So.
How physical was that game, Bob?
Very physical. I mean, going in, watching film, we knew that was a very experienced O-line, big O-line, and all around it was physical. Special teams, defense. I mean, it was a very physical game, but I mean that's the stuff we like, and that's what we're built for. So.
But that 1-2 punch of Washington and Sutler, just how tough was it to defend those 2 guys?
Yeah, man, it's tough. I mean, we see explosive guys every week, so that kind of gets handled at the start of the week, just knowing how we need to cover them and just attack them. And but I mean, it's tough. We face good guys all week, and just another battle. So.
What did the explosive plays against you guys do for your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a defense as a whole, it can kind of affect us. But something that we always preach is next play mentality and to flush it and Getting down there, if they do get in the red zone, getting a 3 and out, and 3 or nothing is really our mentality if there is any explosive or anything like that.
Obviously, both teams were dealing with the weather, but it looked like waterlogged in parts, like you were splashing water. Well, I guess just what was it like out there actually playing on the field?
Yeah, no, it was definitely wet. Probably wetter than it looked on TV or from the stands, but yeah, I mean, we're from the Northwest, so we see those conditions all the time, and a little rain's not going to hurt us. So, I mean, it was definitely wet, but not the biggest deal.
Did that contribute to some of that? Obviously, missed tackles, or sometimes you guys would have them wrapped up and burst through for some extra yards. Was that the conditions, or just you guys were wrapping up?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. I mean, conditions definitely have a part of that, just everyone being slick and wet and things like that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to us and being able to wrap up and make the plays that we can make.
Well, you guys allowed like 52 total yards passing in the last game. They both were losses. Like, what just stands out to you about the rush defense right now?
Yeah, I mean, first off, shout out to our DBs, man. I think that's an elite group in the nation. But yeah, I mean, obviously we got to stop the run. I mean, the whole front seven, I'm a part of that. We got to find a new gear, something new that hasn't worked the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's got to be right now more than ever.
You guys are 6-4. I mean, where do you kind of go from here? Obviously, it's been a tough season at this point. How do you kind of look at the last 2 games here?
Yeah, I mean, Coach D just preached, finish what you start. I mean, even when he came in as an interim head coach, we had those 2 weeks left. It was finish what you start. Grown men finish what they start. And so I don't think anybody's going to quit. And I think that we're all ready to go and just on to the next and do what we can.
Thanks, Bob.
Dylan, 7 points again. Just the struggles on offense right now. How frustrating is it?
This is obviously kind of frustrating because we want to win games, but at the same time, we just got to keep working, get better every week, and just do what we need to do.
What are you seeing right now? You guys knew you were going to run the football a lot coming in, but what do you see in terms of why you guys aren't able to score more points?
Right now, I don't really know why. I'm gonna have to watch film and kind of tell based off that, but I just know, like personally, from my understanding, I feel like we ran the ball pretty good, but it's just the little tweaks that we got to fix.
How much did the weather really affect the game?
I don't really think it affected me nor the team. I feel like we always ready for any weather, like whether it's 1,000 degrees, -2, like it doesn't matter. Like we're gonna be ready for any weather.
How physical was that game tonight for you? And for Cider, for that matter? You had some tough yards in there.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physical game. We got told from Coach D, J-Mo, like it was going to be a real run game. Like be ready for it. So I feel like as the running backs, we were ready for to carry the load, but we just got to do a better job executing and making more explosive plays.
Cider had a couple nice runs tonight too.
Yeah.
How often do you see the face mask fall on the offensive player? That just seems like a pretty rare thing.
Yeah, I don't often really see that. I don't really see that a lot, but I mean, it happens, so it's we can't take it back.
I know you'd probably be happy running the ball every play, but I mean, how hard does that make it when you guys just run after run after run, and the defense knows you're probably not going to pass that much?
I mean, I still feel like regardless if they know the plays or not, I feel like already going into the game, they know that we're going to run the ball and know some of the plays. It's just at that point, it's our mindset that can eliminate any other things that they got going on. So regardless if they know it's a run play, I mean, they already knew it was a run play going out there, and we still was able to get yards. So it's just a matter of the mentality and just doing what we need to do.
I know this is not where you guys want to be right now in the season.
Yeah.
This is a deflating loss. What's the mentality of the team right now in the locker room? How do you bounce back in 2 more games?
The mentality is just to keep fighting. Like grown men finish what they started, so we just got to keep working and doing what we need to do, and we're gonna be good.
What'd you think of Max tonight?
He did excellent. He did what he was supposed to do. He made his throws and made his reads, and I'm extremely proud of him.
I know there's no excuses, but you're down some receivers, you're down a quarterback, you're down some linemen. I mean, just how tough is it right now offensively when you don't have your main guys out, some of your main guys out there?
Well, we need our main guys, but I feel like whether the main guy is down, I truly believe that the person behind them can step up and be as good as them. I really trust our team, and regardless if Chris went down, I know whoever behind him is going to be good. So I don't really worry about too much of who's behind who, because we all do the same work, and that's how I feel.
Thanks, Dylan.
I appreciate y'all.
Safe travels.
Thank you.